The B-side in boxing.
B-side shit.
B-side.
B-side and the B-side.
You got a B-side.
The B-side.
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 That B-side thing.
This is the B-Sides Boxing Podcast.
All right, let's fucking boogie. Oh boy, the boxing B-sides in full effect with an extra biscuit on the side, I think.
It's a special guest.
Yeah, Isaac from the Ultimate Effing Casuals. He's joined us over here for some boxing talk. As you probably already have heard, if you listen to the show, which you should, that he's not just as knowledgeable about boxing as he is about MMA. So Drip is here. Shanada is going to be here soon. But, well, we got to talk some MMA while we wait. So this weekend, October 26th, UFC 308. I need to start. Drip, how invested are you in Max Holloway? Like on a personal, emotional level?
Max, I like him. He's a good guy, good character, great fighter.
Yeah.
Personally invested. You mean like invested in him to win the fight, or in general?
I would say, well, to win the fight, but also in general, because there's a lot riding, I think, on him fighting Topuria this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. Invested in general, yeah, I'll always watch his fights. I like the guy. As far as invested for him to win, for me, it was a pick'em fight, but I watched DJ Mighty Mouse do a void breakdown of Topuria versus Volk, and he kind of threw in a lot about Topuria versus Max, and now I'm leaning towards like 60-40 Topuria taking that fight.
Interesting. Isaac, what you thinking on that 60-40?
I agree. I give like the slight advantage to Topuria. He's just, I mean, if you were to describe him in one word, he's just devastating.
Yeah.
As a striker. Like, I mean, if this guy connects, we know Holloway has one of these, like, iron chins, but I don't know if the chin can take, a hook from Topuria that lands flush. And I don't know, it's just gonna be an interesting fight. This is something that I think all fans can get into. There should not be wrestling. I mean, it should just be mostly like stand-up, maybe periodic like shots thrown, but it's gonna be a very, very exciting fight.
Yeah, 60-40. I asked about like how personally invested are you in Holloway. Just I see like a lot of the chatter online is like because Topuria bodied Volkanovski, a lot of people are like, man, he can't do this to another one of the fan favorites, one of my personal favorites. And I don't have that investment with him. I have that super cool point at the ground moment with Gaethje. Yes, that was super awesome, but I don't know. Volkanovski getting rocked was also pretty awesome. So I'm kind of hoping that Topuria wins pretty handily, just for the lulz more than anything, just to see people crying. But I'm excited because this is going to be a great fight either way.
Yeah, I would say Mighty Mouse said it best. He was like, Topuria is kind of like Tank Davis. He's patient.
Ooh.
Walks you down, eats a few shots.
Interesting.
And then when he lands, it's almost like this thing. It's like Max and Topuria are eventually going to crash into each other. It's a matter of Topuria walking him down. And when they crash into each other, it's a matter of, all right, whose chin cracks first? Because they're going to trade. They're going to trade regardless. Sooner or later, it's going to happen. And that's a point of, like, whose chin's going to crack.
Oh, yeah.
Thoughts, opinions, concerns, objections?
I don't watch UFC.
Agree. You should check this one out. This may be the main event. This one's going to be, like, Topuria actually has, like, really nice boxing. He's, like, one of maybe, like, 2 or 3 fighters in the UFC that has nice boxing skills. He's slick, man. He's slick and some pretty big power that he has in those hands. So,
yeah, I think you guys summarized it pretty well with how this is going to go. Topuria as Tank, man, that's a good analogy there.
Yeah, that's a nice description. Yeah. Ben
Whitaker versus Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat, excuse me. Got a phlegm.
Oh, it's Rob.
What
Rob Whitaker.
Ben Whitaker.
Yeah, Rob.
Oopsie.
Yeah. This is I was just talking about Ben Whitaker earlier today. But
yeah, crossed wires there. I saw another one about this one where it's like, is like Chimaev's really good, yes, but maybe he's a little overrated. Like he hasn't been having a good few years, so I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of it. I'm leaning Whitaker though.
He's like Thurman-esque almost, like, except instead of injuries, it's just him getting sick. But I mean, he is good. I mean, he's probably one of the more dangerous fighters just in the first round. But I mean, it's gonna be a good fight, and like you said, we're gonna be able to see. We're gonna find out, is he overrated or is he properly rated. But it'll be a great fight. Hopefully, I'm rocking with Whitaker just because he's been my guy for a while. But I don't know. We'll see.
I'd probably say Whitaker too. I don't think Chimaev is that good in the later rounds. Like, I think if Whitaker makes it past rounds 1 and 2, it fight highly favors him.
Yeah, I would agree.
And the last one I wanted to bring up was Ankalaev versus Rakic. I don't know a whole lot about these two, so should be a good time, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with them either.
It's a nice contender fight. It sort of clarifies things in the light heavyweight division.
Yeah, we're talking about this as like final eliminator.
Yeah, pretty much. This is whoever wins here will probably fight for the title next.
All right, enough of that stuff. For more detailed analysis, you can look up Ultimate FN Casual wherever you're listening to this. Chances are 100% it's going to be there. There's something in the news. I'll save it for later. It's that Ring Magazine's top 10 154-pound guys. I'm not sure how I feel about it. There's some things I'd move around. But all right, recaps. I had saved this one because I didn't see it as clearly and paid as much attention as I wanted to. It was on October 5th, the Queensberry card in Liverpool. This is like a Nick Ball homecoming thing. Also, Drip, glad to have you for this one. So, yeah, that's actually, I want to ask you first. How do you rate Nick Ball's performance against Ronnie Rios? How much do you know about Ronnie Rios?
I remember we talked about it in the preview a few weeks back. Ronnie Rios was a belt holder at one point, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Short-lived.
Yeah, short-lived. I think we all had the expectation that Nick Ball was going to take him out early. He didn't. But I would say, I don't know, I have to watch the fight because it's been a while, but I think what surprised me the most was Nick Ball's consistency and his cardio, because he just kept going.
Yes,
all
he
12 just kept going and throwing. And you got to give it to Rios for his durability and his heart, because he got dropped, a few times, right? Handful, we'll call it?
3 times up to the stoppage, I think.
He was getting the shit beat out of him, and he still kept going. So hats off to Ronnie Rios. Nick Ball did a demo job, but it wasn't the demo job you kind of expected in a way. Like, we all thought he'd get him out early. His nose, though. That nose is susceptible.
Yeah, that was rough. Shanada, you were saying when we were talking about it that it would be more exciting than people are expecting, right? And my counter was, if you're a Nick Ball fan, yes, this is going to be great. Do you think, did it live up to your expectation? Did Ronnie Rios live up to it?
I mean, I know Ronnie Rios is really durable. I wasn't super surprised he lasted that long. He got his ass kicked for 10 rounds. I was hoping it would be a little more competitive, but it was still fun.
Isaac, do you think Ronnie Rios can continue competing at featherweight or just at all? Because he came off of a pretty long, like a 2 or 3 year retirement, had a kind of gimme fight on Pro Box, and then he goes into this.
Yeah, I mean, even the commentators, they were talking about how, this is like sort of his comeback fight. I mean, first of all, comeback fight against Nick Ball. That's just like, you're walking right into a train, but it was a good fight. Like Shanada said, he got, sort of run over. But he had some moments in there. But man, he took a lot of damage in this fight.
Yeah,
he took a lot of damage in this fight. And to have that right after coming back, I'm just not sure if that's something you want to, continue. Maybe if they're going to put him against cans or something like that. But if you're getting to that point, then I don't know. Maybe it's time to start considering, the alternative.
Luis Lopez does need a comeback after that nasty knockout from Angelo Leo.
Yeah, and I think even Luis Lopez beats him.
Oh,
I would say so.
Ronnie Rios is going to end up being like the gatekeeper for Pro Box if he keeps going.
That's a fall from grace, like I've seen.
Good work if you can get it, I suppose.
Was Lopez the one that had the brain beat, or it was him, right?
He might have.
In another fight?
Yeah.
Dude, coming back to boxing after a brain bleed is kind of wild. Like, that's not something you can do.
Yeah, that's...
So many people do it, too.
Yeah, that's probably where I cut my career short. Yeah, I'll just do coaching.
Yeah.
I believe it was
Nick
Blackwell that passed away from that. And Anaguchi, I think, too.
Taniguchi definitely was a brain bleed. There's
Or
been
I
quite a
think-
few people.
Yeah, I mean,
Who's
you're rolling the dice at that point.
Who was the guy? Was it the Olympics? He got hit in the back of the head a few times. He didn't die, but he's a vegetable now.
No, I know who you're talking about. His name starts with a P. He's been going through physical therapy for a long
Talking
time.
about
Pritchard
Cologne?
Cologne. That's the guy.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
all brain
yeah, I've seen
bleeds
this
from
thing
blows
before,
to
yeah.
the back of the head.
Yeah. There's a fight recently that had that. I'll probably remember as we go on. But Ronnie Rios, to wrap it up on him, yeah, if he wants to be like a perennial contender or a gatekeeper, then sure, have fun, I suppose. But based on what Nick Ball just delivered to you, you're durable, yes, but you're like too tough for your own good. Your corner had to stop you from being put into a coma, probably. Last thing on this card, I just wanted to mention that Walter Fury he wins his debut, or his second fight, not his debut, but Dale Aerosmith drops to 6 wins, 114 losses, and 5 draws.
Huh? I'm sorry?
Walter Fury.
How do you keep going that long? Like,
You get paid.
The paychecks. It's
Yeah.
an easy job.
My God, yeah. The regional scene, he's carrying it on his back.
they can't pay that well. Like, he must have a day job as well.
That's like a couple thousand. That's not like 5 figures, but it's definitely like 4 figures.
One fight
Yeah,
a
but
month.
what's that? I guess one fight a month.
I mean, he might be a guy that, like, you know, they call him, and I mean, he might have that reputation where, like, if you need him, he'll be there.
Yeah, so
He might
maybe
make
is
his
like
money
5
that way. I
figures.
don't know.
Moving on. Finally getting the chance to sit down and talk about the undisputed light heavyweight fight. This was on October 12th. Oh, shit. Is there anything... So there's some fun shit on the bottom. Ben Whittaker, technical draw, my ass, versus Liam Cameron. Fucking flopped like a goddamn fish. That was one of the worst displays of just tomfoolery and chicanery I've ever seen in my life. Damn it,
Everything
Ben.
about that is so fucking stupid. Like, how did he get away with that?
Yeah, that was really lame.
Oh, I hurt my ankle. Oh, no, wait. It was my foot. Maybe it's my back. No, but I can't do interviews. I gotta be wheelchaired out of here. Like, fighters don't
Did he really get wheelchaired?
Stretchered even. Yeah, they took him out in the stretcher, like after... They took him out in the stretcher afterward as well. We went from wheelchair to stretcher.
What a fucking
It was
pansy.
shambles, man.
They ambulanced him out before anybody could talk to him.
Thanks,
By the way,
Eddie.
we have still not heard anything. I've been waiting to hear, like, oh, you know, see some scans or...
No,
his
it's never
manager
coming
There
out.
to
is
say,
nothing.
you know, oh yeah, he sustained this injury. But there is nothing, and like I was willing to give him the benefit of that, but then no, it is.
If there was something serious, they would have brought it out already.
Yeah,
Oh,
it looks
yeah.
worse staying quiet.
I was hearing that. Did Cameron get signed, by the way, to Queensbury?
Yeah, actually he did.
I
I
fucking
feel like
hope
I
so.
read something somewhere. So like I remember, yeah, he was really sad about that, but at least he got something out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how you do it, baby. That's showbiz. Man, I feel silly for defending Ben Whittaker now, but because you know what? What can I say? He's a fucking performer, right? That's what he does. He's not here to. He's not here to fight. He's here to perform, and he's doing a great job. Go, Ben. Good job.
That was a fucking WWE style.
No shit. I think the only one worse than that was the Montana Love on Steve Spark. The clothesline over the top rope.
Dude, they gotta run it back. They gotta run that fight back.
Make the ropes a little higher.
Actually, they were
the
saying
commentators were trying to defend it that the ropes were loose, and
yeah, I was just gonna say that there was like talk of the ropes being too loose.
You could.
Ben Whittaker
don't
was
go-
about
don't
to get
God.
knocked out. I feel like I have to say that.
Yeah, 100%.
He was about to get pieced up.
Whittaker
for
was
sure.
like on his way out.
Yeah, he was losing.
Like he
up.
was getting like tagged up bad. Getting
They
messed up by
need to-
Sheffield or the Beterbiev of Sheffield.
They need to do a rematch, honestly. If they don't do a rematch, it looks terrible for
No
Whittaker.
way he takes.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to do it. Moving up, Sky Nicholson defends her WBC featherweight title against Raven Chapman. I think this
Next.
Yeah, like the only reason I'm pointing this out is like she came out in her usual attire, right? So cool, but at the same time, like they did that with PFL as well. The women fought in their usual attire, not the Saudi chick like Isaac. I showed you her, but that has like a full garb or whatever. But they like the Cyborg and Pacheco were in their usual clothes. But we'll talk about that another day.
It's too bad that Sky Nicholson was the first female fight on a Saudi card because she is so fucking boring.
Isn't she calling out Amanda Serrano? That's just a bad idea.
Ooh.
That's a
Oh
terrible
my God.
idea.
She would get pieced up so bad.
I think
so
she's
bad.
clout chasing when she's doing that.
Her will not let
She's
that
gotta
fight
wait
happen.
until Serrano ages.
Yeah. Moving up, Fabio Wardley demolishes Fraser Clark in 1. Goodness gracious. Score settled, I guess, but not a whole lot to take away from first round KOs. IMO. I don't think there is.
That is the weirdest broken jaw I have ever seen, though.
Okay, Chris Eubank Jr. KO 7 over Camille Zerameda. Didn't get to see this one. Is he back? Are we so back, baby? Are we celebrating?
I guess.
I didn't see
At
either,
least he didn't
but
lose.
yeah, he won, but that's about it. He just won.
So of all of Chris Eubank Jr.'s wins, this is definitely one of them.
It was a very
It's not
Chris
the worst
Eubank-esque
one.
win.
Now, lame.
One of the fights of all time.
Yeah,
I mean, at the very least, I mean, we get like Ben. They like got into the ring together, which I don't know what that means. Like that fight should have happened years ago.
Oh God, I forgot about that fight.
I don't know. It's looking like it's going to happen now.
Connor Ben looked like the sleaziest, like, car salesman in a bad movie from the 90s ever.
That 80s Miami Vice style haircut, what the fuck was he doing?
I thought he looked like a low-level Italian gangster wannabe. It was real bad.
I'll have to
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I'll have to see a photo of it. More like a better resolution anyway than someone's cam in the fucking crowd. Jai Opataya, TKO6, Jack Massey defends his IBF cruiserweight title. Is Jai like just the British destroyer, Bricksecutioner or something? Trying to think of a good one for him, but like
Executioner.
His 2 fights with Briedis he didn't look very good, but pretty much every other time he has. So I'm not sure what to really make of this. I guess we have to see what Billum, Smith, and Zerdo, right? Before we make a better determination of who's the top guy.
I think Jai Opataya is at the top.
Yeah, although I think
Personally, I think he's the best.
they activated like a mandatory.
It looks like Hussein Sin Cara. Not I fuck up names all the time, so whatever.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Norin
From
Mikhailian
Germany?
from Armenia is the WBC champ. Who? Question mark. Yes, but so yeah, if he's in the number 1 slot, it's enforced. It will be enforced, and Opataya will be stripped if he doesn't take it.
Yeah, I think they're saying by January he has to defend.
I've never heard of this
Jai
guy.
looked good though. Yeah, I mean that's how all mandatories are.
Yeah, especially with IBF.
I don't even know who the Mando of Beterbiev was.
Yeah, let's have a look while we're here. Michael Eifert I've seen fight before in Canada on one of those Eye of the Tiger things. Connor Wallace, don't know. But those are the 1 and 2. So Beterbiev has options, but from what I understand, they're going to give him the chance for the rematch first. So speaking of which, Artur Beterbiev, majority decision over Dmitry Bivol. What first question?
Bullshit.
For all of you, do you agree with the decision? Already got a no. A hard no.
I would have been okay with the draw. Yeah, I would have been okay with the draw, but I had, like as far as my cards went, I had 8-4 for Bivol or 7-5 were sort of the acceptable cards to me. But I could push to a draw. But I really don't see how. I didn't see how Beterbiev like won. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
We're all in favor of Bivol should have won, right? Just
okay, yeah, sounds like
double checking. All right.
Cool.
Yeah, those punch stats as well that came out. I mean, I know they're never accurate, but they seem like really inflated as well for Beterbiev.
You were watching In a bar?
Yeah, I watched this one in a bar in Tokyo. This card started at 1 a.m. Sunday, and then I had the first of the double headers in Tokyo, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just stay up all night and watch this card. So I
Good stuff.
went to the bar I always watch it at, but I usually show up there at like 8 a.m. to watch American cards. I've never been there at night, and I walked in and he had waitresses because it's usually just the owner, and they're like, you can't sit at the front with the TV, those are reserved seats. And I was like, no, I reserved one of the seats. And she's like, no, for boxing, they're reserved for people to watch boxing. I was like, yes, I reserved one of the seats.
That's why I'm here.
And so anyways, they went and got the owner, and he's like, yeah, she could sit there. And card starts at 1 a.m. I'm doing fine until the Clark Wardley knockout, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm starting to get tired. And then there was that long ass break before the main event. I think it was like an hour and a half. I was like, fuck it, and I just had a nap on the bar. The older guy that I was talking to had to wake me up for the main event. Had an hour and a half nap. But those guys were also all for Bivol. Everyone was like, he outboxed him. Beterbiev wasn't hitting him hard, like wasn't connecting flush.
Right, flush.
Bivol was landing hard flush shots in most of the rounds. Like, he had the more effective landed punches in most of the rounds. But when Beterbiev did land, it was harder.
So would it be safe to say
I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
is that what is that the consensus here? Sounds
That's
like
what
I
Adrian
think
Warner would
so.
say.
from
I
fucking-
haven't heard
Yeah, seems to be
any
consensus.
of the pundits agree with a Beterbiev win either. Like, all of the
Yeah.
boxing shows I've been...
I have not heard
listening
anybody
to.
defend the decision. But
Which is bad.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, if I were to play devil's advocate for it, I would have gone with exactly what you said, Shanana, that Beterbiev landed the cleaner. When he landed clean shots, they were very, very powerful. Every single one had a noticeable effect. But it just wasn't happening all as much. To give him eight rounds? I don't know what we're watching here, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think he like threw away the first 6 rounds. Honestly, like he didn't really do much. You could argue maybe like round 3 or 4, he had some momentum going, but it's hard to say.
That's unfortunate.
I was not surprised, but impressed, I guess, with his stamina. This dude's fucking 40, and he was throwing a lot of punches in the championship
Did
round.
not look his age at all. It was great.
His knee held up, because I was sure Bivol was going to just get him moving too much, and his knee would snap in half.
As knees tend to do.
Well, the
If
real
you're
question
40.
is, what
Insane
does
card.
people do in a rematch?
The exact same thing, and has better
Not
judges.
take. Yeah, not take rounds up.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like he also could have done more in the last few rounds. Like I feel like he sort of just took his foot off the gas
Yeah,
don't know
that's
if he
where
was
Beterbiev
confident
had a better chance,
or
right?
what, but
He had more success
Mhm.
because, like you said, Isaac,
yeah,
it's
Yeah, Bivol slowed.
for whatever weird reason. De La Hoya Trinidad feeling.
and he said it himself. He said it himself that he's got no excuses. But I think I saw some interview where he was saying that he does regret, like in the later rounds, like the activity dropped. So I don't know. I mean, the rematch is still going to be interesting.
for sure.
And I'm sure it'll still be close. Hopefully, it'll be for undisputed. I mean, if not, then, I mean, we all know this is pretty much undisputed regardless.
From what I
But
understand,
yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna
there-
rock on
I-
Bivol.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna do yellow, green again, but whatever it is, I'm Bivol, Team Bivol. The IBF, from what I understand, they're
Yeah.
going to let the rematch happen. So that's cool. This is an interesting dynamic heading into the rematch because on paper, Beterbiev believes he won cleanly, and so what do you do different? I have the winning game plan already, and Dmitry Bivol, in the eyes of pretty much everyone, had the winning game plan, but was handed an L. And so what is he like? What do I have to change to win next time? That kind of like, do you kind of get what I'm hinting at here? Like
Yeah.
The way that they're going to approach this is kind of mixed up, I think.
I do think that
Yeah.
Beterbiev knows he didn't win.
You
He
think
looked
so?
surprised.
Oh my god, yeah, dude. The
He
interview
looked
at the
super
end,
surprised.
Cool. Good.
he knows he lost.
Honestly, I think Beterbiev knows that he needs to make more adjustments than Bivol does, and he'll have a different game plan because he knows he actually lost.
Yeah, I think his second fight is going to be harder for Beterbiev than Bivol.
And it'll be like 6-7 months on or whatever.
Uh-huh.
More chance for the knees to snap in half.
Yeah.
They got to make that ASAP. You gotta say,
sure.
seeing Kadyrov there, man. I don't want to say anything, but
The
seeing
Chechenian
Kadyrov
dude,
there,
right?
I mean, in Beterbiev's corner,
That's not cool.
yeah, I mean that sort of raises eyebrows a little bit.
So,
But,
Artur
we let it
Beterbiev is
slide.
part of Eagle FC. Is that what we're the quote unquote terrorist
What?
faction?
What
Rolling
about
around
it?
with the entourage, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy stuff. For the uninitiated, Eagle FC, Khabib Nurmagomedov, the dude from UFC that wore funny hat, Caucasian hat, and was just dominant, retired undefeated. He bought a promotion and he named it Eagle FC. Recently, there was some violence in like the Dagestan, Chechnya areas. I think it was Dagestan, and Putin and the Russian government blamed the Eagle FC crew, like I'm not sure if they're separatists or what, but like they're the dissidents that were part of the like fighting community in Dagestan. So that's fun.
A lot of issues there.
All right. Anything more for Beterbiev Bivol?
Not much more to add, honestly.
All right. Got some fun stuff coming up in our previews here. On Wednesday, October 23rd, this is the broadcast is by ProBox. The promoter is DeBella. This is at the MSG Theater in New York. Stuff is on it. The main event, IBF Bantamweight title. It's a women's fight, though, for whatever. Mio Yoshida and Sharetta Metcalf they're having a rematch. Yoshida, she's a great fucking action type of fighter. Like, yeah, they're bantamweights, so they throw like a billion punches, but it's still fun, I think, anyway.
Is that another title fight on Pro Box?
Yes, it is. So yeah, there's that. Just wanted to bring that one up because there's going to be another one related to this in a moment.
Do they have a Williams versus Williams fight on this card?
They do. Myquan Williams versus Lavisa. I think.
That's gonna be confusing as hell.
That's fun. I didn't even know. I didn't even see it. All right, Thursday, October 24th, Golden Boy Fight Night at the Fantasy Springs Casino in Indio, California. There's a bunch of shit on here. Go to the fucking website because Manuel Flores versus Victor Olivo, 10-round bantams. That's really all I got for you. Friday, October 25th. What is this? Classy Entertainment and Sports, I think is what it is. Or Classic Entertainment
What
and
the
Sports.
fuck?
Yeah, CES is hosting this one in at the Oceanside Event Center in Revere, Massachusetts. I don't really know who any of these people are other than Rashidi Ellis versus Brian Chavez. 8-round super welters. That's quite the jump for Rashidi Ellis. I'm guessing he didn't want to cut after in his comeback here. Where was that shit? I think it's in Denmark. It's a women's fight. The WBC. Oh, here it is. Dina Torslund versus Tarumi Nuki for the WBC WBO. It's a unification fight at the Grakier Arena. I think I pronounced that right. No, I don't. I don't think I did. But that was why I had mentioned Yoshida Metcalf. There's a Torslund. Word on the grapevine is that Torslund might be retiring after this or dropping these titles for whatever reason. And yeah, so, but it's
You
not.
even find these cards, Leo.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
If at any point like I come across someone who was some level of contender, like a upper echelon contender, I'll start keeping track of them. And even if I don't talk about them at length, I just keep people apprised because they might be working their way back into a title shot or onto their televisions. Now, October 26th in Manchester at the Co-op Live Arena. This is the shit that dreams are made of. Is it though? Bottom up here. William Crawla, is he related to Ant? Versus Lorenzo Grasso. Junaid Bostan versus Maiko Samariva. Both of those are super welterweights. Joe McGrail versus Lewis Morris, featherweights. James Flint versus Campbell Hatton. 10-round super lightweights. It's Campbell Hatton, whatever, man.
Yeah, not much to say.
I really do hope he gets bopped again. Just Pat McCormick.
You feel a little bad for him.
Yeah, because he's not like a fucking douchebag like Chris Eubank or Connor Benn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's trying to do it. He's just not very good.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm like, dude, do you want to be the next Aerosmith guy? 115 losses. Pat McCormick versus Williams Andres Herrera. 10-round welterweights. Reese Bellotti, I recognize that name, versus Michael Gomez Jr. 12-round super feathers. Who are all those people? I don't fucking know. Go to Discord. Go to the website. Hit the Discord button at the very top. Go to the sports Discord or the boxing Discord. I don't remember what label it has right now. If you want to talk about British fucking jobbers, go there, because I really can't help you. All right, on that fucking rant. Main event, Jack.
Brits hate this broadcast.
I'm sure they do. I hope you continue to hate listen. And I'll call them fries every day of my life. Jack Catterall versus Regis Prograis. 12 rounds, 140 pounds. Nothing is on the line.
Wow, just a fight.
Yeah, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
This is a really good.
Yeah.
This is a good one. This is the kind of fight that these type of dudes should be having if they want to get back into the title picture. So, yeah.
What's your prediction, Leo?
It's tough because like Catterall's been having some rough fights, whereas Regis not so much lately. Like he had that pretty sweet knockout versus Zepeda, and then he fought Devin Haney and he lost all 12 rounds. Yes, but like, was it really grueling 12 rounds? Definitely not.
No.
Regis
Haney with the healing punches.
Yeah. So Prograis they have a similar approach to fighting, I think, in that they're willing to brawl if that's what it comes down to, but they're both like sluggers they try to throw as hard leather, right? And I don't know if Catterall can win those exchanges. Just he's been buzzed by Josh fucking Taylor. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen if Prograis is able to land clean.
Yeah, I'd probably go with Prograis winning that one. That'd be a fun firefight though. So as long as it lasts.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun while it lasts. I don't know. Does it go the distance? I don't know.
Nah, I don't think so.
I'm rocking with Regis here too.
We can't all say Regis. It's not that clean cut of a fight.
It isn't.
I'll be the other one. I'll go with Catterall.
I just think Catterall has had a few like rough outings in like the past.
Yeah.
I don't know. That stuff sort of tacks on.
It is not that clear cut, right? You're absolutely right. It is pretty close, and because of that, I have to rock with the Ragin' Cajun. There's no way on this blue-green fucking planet that I'm cheering for a goddamn Brit over true red, white, and blue Regis Prograis. Never gonna happen. I'm hoping
it's a bad year to be a Brit. Not gonna lie,
bro. Serial must hate this podcast.
I'm hoping the jingoism gets.
It's a bad
fired
network chief. Network chief just tuned off. Yeah.
That's all right. Nah. I hope people realize in good fun. So I don't
We're
know.
just talking about their fighters. That's all.
Yeah, Brits are great.
Yeah.
Cereal's dope. Never gets soggy.
Oh, Christ.
Like Dish is super cool. Love talking to him. Chief, wherever he may be these days. That's it. That's what we got on the previews. Okay, I think we're good here. So, thanks for listening to this episode of The Boxing B-Sides, a Lux Media production. If you'd like to give your thoughts, or you're dying to tell us how casual you think we are, you can be a lame and you can text our anonymous line 833-589-7637. If you want to stand on business, call and leave a voice message. We'll see if you're entertaining enough to make the final cut of the show. 833-LUXPODS. You can't go wrong. If you prefer to hit us up on social media, the account name is LVX Media Net, all one word. That's on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all the rest of that shit. If you can't find us, chances are we're not on it. A lot of stuff gets cut out of the final releases for all kinds of reasons. So if you want the raw audio, exactly as it's recorded, look us up on Patreon, LVX Media Net over there, just like everywhere else. Even if you don't sign up for Patreon, you can still help us out a lot if you hit us with a rating on whatever app you're listening on. If you're not feeling a $5, you have our number or you can hit the DMs. Let us know how we can earn that full $5. Intro and outro music by Middle of Nowhere Beats. And for more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lvxmedia.net. Let's get some parting words up in this bitch.
Dude, I'm on the spot now. Wear deodorant, brush your teeth, drink your water.
Last thing before you go. Milk, then cereal, or cereal, then milk?
Cereal, then milk.
All right.
Are there people that do it the other way?
Yes.
Oh, so that's the only way.
Yeah. I mean, I've humored the other way for my own curiosity.
It's stupid.
It is very stupid.
Then you
get
see
a
how
lot less
bad
cereal.
it is. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, either way you eat it, but it's just not right.
Yeah, I'll let you go before I go off on.
Yeah, before I go on tangent, but one thing
milk.
I do want to add. Remember, night bakeries will be a thing.
That's the B-Sides Bakery. That's where we're going, right?
B-Side Bakery is a good name for a night bakery.
Yeah.
But what do you mean by night bakery? Like, you mean like insomnia cookies, or what do you mean?
Yeah, basically he just wants bakeries to have a second shift, so when they sell out of bread and bagels and stuff, they just make new stuff and sell it later in the day.
Continuing throughout the night. Like, all of the donut shops, and they have other things like croissants and bagels and all that shit, but once they sell out of their stuff, it doesn't matter what time it's at, once they sell out, they close and they don't make anything else for the day.
Yeah,
So-
there was a bakery near my house in St. John's that usually closed by 8:30 a.m. Who the fuck is waking up at 6 to go buy bread?
First shift people.
Oh, I know some.
Yeah.
I know some people. Yeah.
I think that'll be a good little chunk to cut out for the Patreon portion.
I have actually good parting words this time. Check out your local library, because most of the libraries have a lot of cool stuff that isn't just books.
For my parting words,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it's still Team Bivol. We're still rocking with Bivol out here.
The whole
Team
hood
Yellow,
knows.
Team Yellow.
The whole hood knows. People whoop
Yeah.
that boy.
Everybody know. Oh, hood.
What do you call a Russian hood? They probably have a name.
It's my brain immediately
Russian
said gulag for some reason. I know that's not what it is, but
The entire oblast knows.
that's a good one.
There
That's
must
like
be a name
supposed
for those
fake though, but yeah.
like projects where they
For
built a
neighborhood.
million apartments.
라이온.
The whole Ryan knows.
Make it go viral.
Yeah. The whole Ryan knows. That's what we're doing. All right.
That's it. All right, I'll catch you guys later.
Peace.
Then we'll go down. Peace.
All right.
Okay, see you guys.
All right. Bye.